Inhale to the knees. Navigate your hip bones, pointy hip bones, to your blanket. If you pull the blanket too far up into the belly, it will do something different. It's not that it's bad, but I'm trying, like, you want to know that the blanket is actually helping you find lightness in the heart. Or if you roll a little bit further down towards your hips, you can get your belly to the floor. And that's where I want you to go right now. So find where there's a seesaw where you could go either way, where you could either lift the heart with ease or rock to the belly with ease. And it's all happening because the light is shining through your toes so firmly through the legs and so anchored through the arms that you really have found the focal point of the pelvis. So you're more navigating from that pelvic place. And that feels really weird, doesn't it? Now, can you come all the way to the belly? Make sure your tailbone is lengthening towards your toenails. Lengthen and lift and bend one knee, right knee. Lengthen, lift, and bend left leg, both at the same time. Now really fire up the lower glutes. Come back to that goddess pose, the very first pose we did. You might call it horse stance. And just find your core power here. Lift your navel. Strengthen into your breath. Might look like you're doing nothing from the outside, but from the inside, you're so strong, you're so lit up, you're glowing with power. And the more you can gradually engage the lowest fibers of glute maximus, the more your lower back is going to love you here. Hands are strong, shoulders are strong. All right. Keep the legs engaged as you lengthen them back out. And slowly press up. And let downward dog be the antidote. Where you can just soften into a pose that has now become your rest pose. And if you need a child's pose, I understand. Inhale to the knees. Man-bow crawl to the elbows, prayer pose position. Squeeze the knees to the midline between them. Pressing your elbows down, can you lift your navel and pull your armpits away from the floor? And as you lengthen the tailbone towards your toes, it won't touch. We're more out of the pose, not child's pose. Hips over knees. Press down through the elbows. Now expand the spine energy up from the base of the ribs to the base of the heart. Start to slowly lift your nose and chin level to the floor. Keep push, push, push through the elbows. And come to forearms. Forearm dog. Feet wide in forearm dog so that you can walk them closer to your blanket and get your hips a little higher. As you walk your feet back, bring them together for forearm plank and line up your throat with the rest of your spine. Turn all 10 toes to your right, stacking right heel in front of left. And we'll take forearm plank, right arm up. Inhale, forearm plank. Exhale, all 10 toes to the left. Push down, scissor the inner thighs. Push through your legs. Curl from right to left. Oh, yeah. Inhale, forearm plank. Oh. And come down. Take a moment, take a breather. Great. So, one of my other deeply informative teachers was a man named Fritz Perls. I never met him, but I studied psychology, and he spoke to me deeply with Gestalt therapy. And Gestalt means bringing the background into the foreground. And the saying that I really took from him was, when you allow an organism to go at 100%, it's curative. So think about what your side forearm plank just did for you, as far as turning on the light inside, the strength inside, and how you had to find your harmony with it. So now we're going to bring your hips down. Make sure you're more towards the belly. Let your belly come to the mat. Make your legs active. Lengthen, lift, bend right knee. Stabilize with left hand. Push the right foot up into your right hand, and then pull the knees to the midline so that you're strong to bend your left knee. And if it feels appropriate for your back, you'll reach back, left hand to hold left foot as well. Let your forehead rest on your mat. The knees can lift. Tailbone must lengthen. Bend your elbows. Lengthen the tailbone again. From your hips, press through the knees and up through your toes, and then maybe you lift the nose and chin parallel to the floor. We're in a really deep bow pose. Lots of tailbone, my friends. Lots of tailbone. And release. Keep the strength inside. Shine it out through your toes. Place your hands. Lift up. Have a seat on your heels if possible, if not on your booty with your feet out in front of you. Close your eyes and give yourself a moment here. Notice where and how the breath is moving, how it's flowing, and let yourself harmonize with what is present. I feel supported by all my teachers today. So another teaching from a really influential teacher of mine that I have studied with extensively, John Kenyon. He was influential. I'm going to have you have a seat and stretch out right leg. Influential in the Middle East peace talks from a conflict resolution perspective. And his whole theory is we want to focus on all the hurts and all the wounds and all the things that happened back then, but where are you now? Because you've changed. You are stronger because of all the things you've experienced. And if you can start from where you're at now and not get mired in what happened in the past, your inner light will, that place where you have grown, will help you navigate what lies ahead. Namaste.